For this abbreviated version of the narrated photos, we have organized our wisdom as parents into the 4 elements of the Indigenous Wellness Framework: hope, belonging, meaning, and purpose.
Raising a child with FASD can sometimes feel like we're climbing a mountain with no safety gear. The climb is intense, our path is not clear, we are never sure when that rock we step on will give out and roll down the mountain. When it does, we will hold on with our hands as we try to find a solid rock to step on. The feeling we experience as we look and feel for the next solid step is scary and overwhelming. Then when we find that rock and take our next step, we can breathe, we can relax for a moment and take in the beauty of the climb.
Hope. No matter how intense life gets, how dark the day sometimes ends, how alone I feel, I can still find refuge in the beauty of a new day. The sun rises even though I feel unsupported, misunderstood, challenged beyond belief. A new day is a fresh start, a time to look ahead, learn from what didn't work and what did. Connecting. Consistency, routine connections, taking rare moments to connect physically and emotionally, sharing life experiences in a way that is not dictating, indirect but still connecting, trusting. A time when I can just enjoy and forget about the big picture, a small triumph with a very big impact.
As a family living with FASD, we're different. We found it difficult to discuss our challenges with our friends and family, as their experience of parenting was so different from ours. We needed to accept that we didn't fit in and look for the beauty in our own experience. We needed to focus not only on the challenges, but the strengths, the creativity, and the resilience in our family and in our sons. Just because we were different, we weren't any less beautiful.
Strength. How can something be so deeply cracked, broken, shattered, and yet be so strong? Strong enough to hold my body, strong enough to hold the weight of a vehicle. These cracks are deep. Being a caregiver of children with a diagnosis of FASD breaks me over and over again. My cracks are deep, but I heal. I am not the same I was before. I am changed forever. I can be fragile in so many ways, but I can be so very strong. I need to be strong as others are counting on me. Always.
I've learned that I don't have to respond to every behavior. Sometimes it's best for all of us if I take a step back and give my son space and time.
At times it felt like we were trying to stand tall against raging storms. At times we felt very alone and ready to crumble. Those were the times that we had to reach out to our own support system, focus on the roots of our strength, and to remind ourselves that this storm will pass. We've been changed by the elements, but we have not been broken. Just as the salmon swimming upstream to spawn, I found that I needed to be tenacious. Often the first strategy I tried was not effective, so we had to keep trying. These salmon are trying to jump up the falls at Bailey Chute in Wells Gray Provincial Park. After multiple tries, however, they cut their losses and spawn downstream. So be tenacious, but recognize there are times when you just need to take another path.
Laughter is medicine. If laughing or being silly isn't a trigger for your child, find ways to connect with humor. Laughing is medicine as a caregiver. Being goofy and finding ways to laugh and share silliness together is wonderful for families and caregivers living with FASD. Try to find humor in the chaos and intensity wherever you can. It reduces the stress and repairs. Finding humor when you're away from your children or child with FASD is healing and necessary too.
They told us that love was the key to our kids being healthy, happy, and successful. Were they wrong? We found that we needed more than just love. We needed information, structure, supports, and services. But love gave us the motivation to find those, so I guess they weren't wrong after all.